thrills and newfound games. Every quest, it's all the same. Tune in to see, no need to hide. Unleash your inner geek, embrace the ride. Weekenders unite for highlights and our geeky might. News and views so bold and bright. We're conquering the weekend fight. From cosplay to VR dreams. Battle stations to movie scenes.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Weekenders. Sorry if we're a bit late, but stuff happens. We're all behind a little bit, so here we are. We're waiting on Beacon. I don't know if he fell asleep, and Edwin's supposed to join us too. So for the moment, it's me, Ellie, Alex, and Logan, aka Trust.
Yes, sir.
Oh, how you guys doing?
I'm just fine.
Yep.
Just my controller won't let me play.
See, you say you didn't have snacks.
Nope.
You snacks today? So now it's my turn. I'm eating this. Oh.
What's that?
Come on. Doesn't want to focus.
Switch to your second camera.
Mm-hmm. Give me a sec then.
Oh,
Time to switch. Let's see if that works. Give me a second. Need to turn on the tablet. Oh, man. There you go. That works. Poof. There you go. Let's go with natural. Thank you. So there you go. Hershey cooking cream.
Oh yeah, I already tried those.
Those little, I don't know how you call it, but candy is like a pastel. It's not bad. I'm liking it. Sorry about the little square, but this is my tablet right now. It's like the quality of the picture is not as good, but there's more focus. It's kind of weird. But I am multi-streaming, so. One of the two things I wanted to show up right now from my. It's this. I know if any of you know this. If you're not part of the Generation X, maybe you don't. But that was Gen 13. And they made an omnibus of it at DC Comics. I wanted to show it off because it's something I've had for a little while, but like I say, I pick a little piece every week. And since I didn't pick anything up at the comic book shop this week, so if you don't know about it, it's a group of teenagers that find out that they have superpowers. Technically, they get recruited by a secret government agency because their parents were part of a special unit that were tested with special drugs that get them powers. It's pretty good. It was one of Jeffrey Scott Campbell's first gig. And while I'm at it, I don't know if you guys know this. So Xenozoic by the great Mark Schultz. I love that guy's art. But hold on. Maybe I'm forgetting that I'm not showing it to the other camera. But technically, this is, I don't know if you recognize, some people of you recognize the characters, but it's Cadillac and Dinosaur. Oh. See if I can find an image. Oh, yeah. It's actually Cadillac and Dinosaur. The cartoon that ran for a while there. It's the original name is Xenozoic. I really liked it, and I've been wanted this for a long time until I found it, but at a decent price. Love that guy's art. And you know, I grew up being very into dinosaurs as well. I highly recommend it. The premise is, you know, it's like technically a post-apocalyptic world where we share the world with dinosaurs now. Let's switch back for a moment. Boom. Back to the regular camera. So, there's a movie I want to see soon, Terrifier. That's one of the little things I wanted to discuss about. I know Brian saw it. He might be joining us to talk about it a bit. But it's one of the movies I want to go see.
What? That?
Terrifier 3.
Oh yeah, I heard of.
Did you ever see 1 and 2 at least?
Nope. I heard of what it is, and I heard of what happened in the third, and I was like, "Yikes!"
Oh, dude, it's a fucked up movie. Like just in the first one, he saws a naked girl in 2. From the you know, down to bottom. No, yeah, bottom to up.
I didn't saw, but I heard.
Yeah, Art the Clown is it's pretty fucked up.
Mm.
I was even thinking of making it the subject tomorrow for Doodle and Chill. Alex is like giving me a thumbs up, but we barely saw it.
Me, I'm just playing Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I'm a bit upset because last weekend my one of my drive died. Decided not to work anymore. I don't know if it's dead, but that's the one containing my almost 700 gigs of movies and anime.
All right.
That kind of hurt a little bit. Hopefully, I'll be able to save it. I'm shopping for a new drive now. But god damn it, I hate it when that happens. I'm gonna buy I'm checking into a 2 tera hard drive and external whatever. But yeah, I lost access to most of my movies. But you know, I did check out Beetlejuice 2. And I have to say, I enjoyed it. I want to watch it again. But like I said, I lost it, so you'll have to get it again. Or go rent it or buy it on, I think it's on YouTube or something, or Netflix or Amazon, whatever it's in. But yeah. Because, you know, I like to have another version so I can put it on the big TV, but, you know, even the big TV is broken now. We have to buy a new TV. Big Bertha died. Yeah, we name our TV Big Bertha. She's been with the family for 19 years. She deserved it. But yeah, I enjoyed Beetlejuice. I thought it was. I thought it had the feeling of the original movie, which I liked a lot. And Michael Keaton is right back on top of his character. It feels like there was not much time other than when you see the other characters that she got old and she has a kid now. But yeah, and Monica Bellucci being the ex-wife of Beetlejuice, that was a nice one too. Doesn't speak much, no. But yeah, I recommend it, especially if you're a fan of Beetlejuice. It was fun, and like in the first movie, don't expect the entire movie to be about Michael Keaton.
Hmm.
You know, it's like the first movie. He's there. He's not the main character, right? He's more the antagonist than anything else. But yeah, he's on point. I liked it a lot. And the next one I'd like to watch would be Terrifier 3. But another thing I've been watching is for the first time I'm watching the first series of in English of Gundam. I've seen some movies, I've seen some stuff, but the first old classic like series, that's what I finally found it having in English on Crunchyroll, and I'm watching it. I'm enjoying it. There's a lot of the middle feels like a stretch and a lot of stupid shit going on. But you know, you keep in mind that they're an entire fleet made of teenagers and kids, technically. Like I think the older person in the goddamn thing is 21. So it is to be expected that they do stupid. But I'm liking it. I'm more than halfway through right now. I'm like episode 33, I think, out of 42. Yeah. I really like the premise that it's not sugar coated. It's the ugliness of war in that series, and the fact that they try to play both sides as normal people. So that like neither side are purely evil, if that makes sense. Except there's one family on one side that wants to conquer everything, but the people like the warriors, like the fighters, the soldiers. That's one of the thing I like about that. So it's pretty interesting on that one. But it's available on Crunchyroll, and it used to only be in Japanese whenever time I checked, but now they have the English dub. So I'm taking advantage because I can watch it while I work.
Me, I had a party that I did with my friends, like
Mhm.
Halloween party, and we watched like three movies. We watched Scary Movie 1, 2, the best ones, and we watched Insidious.
Oh, is that one good? I didn't see the Insidious. I don't think I've seen it.
Well, it's okay. It's something I already seen, so I was like, oh, okay, now I understand more of the story because I'm older now. But yeah, was still boring.
And what game are you waiting on now?
Hmm?
What game are you waiting on? Waiting for? Looking up to? Is there a game right now that's promoted that you're interested in?
Pre-ordered. I have one for next week. It's Bill 6. It's the release.
Call of Duty 6.
Uh,
Call of Duty 6.
Black Ops 6.
That's what you meant by BO6. Okay.
I'll be playing it. I'll have a stream on Saturday, in the afternoon, because I have a session with the boys. We're gonna try the zombies, like the actual Easter egg and everything.
Hmm.
But the games I'm playing right now is Dragon Ball. It's hella addictive.
Your bro told me that you're thinking of buying it for him for Christmas.
What's that?
Your bro's telling me that you think you said you were probably gonna buy it for him at Christmas.
Yeah.
So, how does that work? Do you create your own character as well, or it's just
No,
characters?
no. I have. Shit, I forgot his name, dog. It's not Gogeta. It's the other one.
Okay.
He's from GT.
Not a big fan of GT.
There's a new one that just came out. Apparently,
Mm-hmm.
it seems very fun to watch.
Dama, or something like that.
Yeah. It seems like it was the last story that the creator did before his passing.
No, that's what I heard. Did you watch Super?
Not yet. I'm watching One Piece. Oh shit.
You're still watching One Piece? What episode you're at?
Um. 700, 780, 89, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now they just took a break until like they took a 6 months break from the anime. So I have a lot of time to catch up. So I'm gonna watch the hell out of this fucking anime
Oh,
so I can get done with it and watch Dragon Ball.
Okay, so they're still releasing them at the moment.
Yeah, the story still goes on.
Hmm.
I mean, the story is not repetitive for now, so it's fun.
Interesting.
But I think the reason why they did the 6 months break, it's because of the remaster version that may release in those months.
And by the way, so what's up, buddy? Good morning, guys. It's 6 a.m., 15 minutes where I live. Just got up and I'm making coffee now. Said that you were on and wanted to say hi. By the way, I got the uncut version of the movie No One Lives with Luke Evans. In time for Halloween, had to import it from Austria because we just have it cut here. No One Lives. I don't even know if I saw that one. So Dragon Ball doesn't work for me. I like material art, but not when the guy floats around like a fairies.
Damn.
I don't know. Like fairies, I don't know. More like Superman, man. I don't know if I've seen No One Lives.
What's that?
He's talking about a movie called No One Lives.
I've never heard of it.
With Luke Evans. Is that
Oh, that's nice.
what? That came out in 2012. No, I've never seen that.
Yeah, that's the man. Boy, calm the hell down.
No, Alex is not there for the moment.
She was like, "No, I ain't doing the stream no more."
Or she went looking for chips.
No, no. Oh, do I get him? Did I get him? Did I get him? Please? Fuck.
You missed?
Yes.
You're
Nope.
playing versus somebody, or
No, that's the difficulty to the max for computer. so I can learn like fast and whatever, so they don't let me a chance.
Are you there playing it ultra hard?
Yeah. Jolale.
You're about to die. I really like the effects on that game, dude. It's pretty fucking dope.
Bro, the effects are crazy. Man,
So saying No One Lives starts as an abduction thriller that turns it around and becomes a slasher. From the director of Versus and Midnight Meat Train, is produced by WWE. Yeah, I googled it. Like I liked the actor Luke Evans was was good. And then I started checking a bit more into it, and it says that there's a couple that gets kidnapped on the road, and it turns upside down. So I'm guessing he loses. They kill his wife. He loses his shit and starts killing all of them. I don't know, but you piqued my curiosity. I'm gonna want to check it out.
huh?
One of the things I wanted to bring up that I found, two things that I wanted to talk about a little bit today was one about some news about Rob Liefeld.
Oh, that's Alex.
And if people don't know who Rob Liefeld is, well, creator of Deadpool, one of the first founders of Image Comics. Was the fact that right now he's been working, like he did some, I pulled off some of the things there. He's been back for a while, and he did some G.I. Joe Snake Eyes comic, got the trade here. Then he went back to doing some Deadpool. He did some Deadpool family thing. Then he did Bad Blood, Batter Blood. And one of the things I've been showing on the stream, that's why I'm waiting probably till next week to go pick up my reserve. It's because it's coming out next week too. But he's doing Deadpool Team Up, and he announced that Deadpool Team Up was technically his final Marvel project. He's quitting the Deadpool and stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah. So one of the things I think is funny is when he announced that, though, he launched this on you can buy on Amazon. That was a reprint on Image Comics, so he's back at Image Comics. So they did the Bloodstrike here, and into that Bloodstrike, as that Kickstarter issue of blood, what is it again? Blood something. He did a crowdfunding not a few years back on Kickstarter and Indiegogo. I backed it, but a lot of people never got their books. But you get it in there. But that said, so he's. Oh, by the way, I got this too. The reprint edition and full cover of the first appearance of Deadpool and the New Mutants. Okay. Sorry, I didn't see that it was. I picked it in there. Anyways, so he's quitting the DC and the Marvel thing, and he's going back to Image, and he's going to be going back to his creation that he did at Image. He's going back to redoing some new Youngblood. This is the collected edition of the first miniseries, which was remastered. But he's going back to his original. His original series at Image Comics, so I'm pretty stoked about it because he lost the rights a long time ago. They were bought by somebody else, so now he reached a deal with them, and he's going to be going back to it. Did Rob Liefeld learn to draw feet? What's the news? Interesting. Yeah. That's the thing is, and yeah, he's been drawing more feet. You know, you can see them there in Batter Blood. He has feet. The problem I'm noticing is often when you look at the comic, the leg seems pretty short. But Bad Blood, Batter Blood they were fun reads. Now I'm grabbing the Deadpool team up, which is coming out right now as regular comics. It's like Bloodstrike sounds a little cooler than Bloodhunt. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah. Whatever. And there's another thing I want to bring up first, but Alex is back, and let's see. Did you pick the book you wanted to show? She was going through her book in her collection, going like she wanted to talk about some books that she liked a lot.
I have all my comics right here. I picked them all off my shelf closet.
But what was it again? What was the book that you liked a lot again? What's the name of it?
Which ones? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the space fantasy one that I got you that you got so into. I have Fable in my head, but that's not it.
No, it's Saga.
Saga. That's the fourth one?
That's the third one.
The third one?
This is the fourth one.
Mm.
Fourth one. Wait. I haven't read it yet. Yeah, I still haven't. But ooh, I'm spoiling myself.
So say, hey, Boss Madness Comic Network. Okay, I didn't even know I didn't even see any comment. All right. Well, hello everyone, and it's nice to see you. So it's been a while. You've been on one of my streams. And what's up, Pops? So yeah, I'm pretty stoked about the Rob Liefeld going back to Image and doing Youngblood again. And another thing I want to also talk about, and that's going to take a little bit longer, unless Alex wants to point out something right now. I'm going to go through it.
I don't have anything right now.
Really? Really?
I mean,
I'm just messing around until I highlight the window. I mean, one of the things I want to point out too, it's people go check out the InkSlayerEntertainment.com website, and you'll see this nice little window that when you sign up to the mailing list, you get 15% off of Bloodhunt 1, Tales from Adverse 1, and 7 Legions number 1. You can use it only once, so you either buy one book or you can buy all 3 and get 15% off. But yeah, we're doing this. We're trying to build a mailing list directly on the website, because eventually everything's probably going to be done on the website, even the crowdfunding. I just want to be able to move everybody there in a way. So we're offering you a little discount, and one of the things that's there is, as you can see, Tales from Adverse 2 is there. No. You have the leftover of the Ashcan that's there. And I know it seems pricey, but keep in mind it also comes with a sketch in it, so it comes with original art in the inside the book. So it's kind of like buying a sketch card, but you get a 20-page comic book with it. It has no dialogues because it's a prequel. It's just a preview. And there's this little thing here, which is the cover that was printed. It's a first print. So it was printed at the same time. It's part of the 500 copies I bought. But there's 75 copies of this cover right here that I made. And it's exclusive. It was not on none of the campaigns. It's for the website and my local shop only. So only on Inkslayer you can get it, or at my local shop in a few days. Or so right now there's 50 of them available on the website, so you can go grab one. And you can trust my website. It's built with Shopify. It's a solid one, and you get good pricing and shipping. But yeah, go check it out. The link is down below. I'm gonna put it in the chat as well.
Guess what, Sim?
Here's my little plugs done. What?
Guess what, Sim? I have it in hand. And guess what, guys? It's signed. Obviously,
Obviously.
Obviously.
Did you read it?
Yeah, I did read it.
I was sure she was gonna say no.
No, I did read it. How dare you? How dare you?
There you go. You're the star. Show it off. Show it again.
Show it off. I got my favorite cover. Can I show a page and be like, look at the beautiful art. Look at the beautiful art, guys. Look at it. Look at that. Look at him. Isn't he fabulous?
He's fabulous.
There's also the fan art in the back of that.
That's technically Simon Bisley. It's one of the guys from Heavy Metal.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just is yeah. So guys, get it if you haven't already.
Is it you're gonna tell me you prefer that than Blood Hunt now?
No, I like Blood Hunt. Speaking of Blood Hunt, I have the old this thing. I have like
Damn.
the really old.
That was the preview, yeah.
Yeah, the preview is like very nice. it's paper. Paper. It feels like paper. Eatable paper.
So it's like, oh, okay. I thought that was the cover of A Thousand Night Verse 3.
No,
Yeah,
that's
call
not.
making it a variant since you always level up. It's better to do the cover while you're doing the new book.
Yup. No, but I have these in my collection now.
Yeah, and the reason why I thought at first of making it for 1000 Night Verse 3 and it became a variant cover is because part of the pages I added in the book, the extra pages I added at the end, just to because we were late. It was the DEFCON pages. So DEFCON got introduced in the book, so DEFCON became. That's why he's on the new cover. And Paz goes, "I like my cover better." Boobs. Yeah, you got the Loani nips out one.
I got it.
Well, if I didn't have the book twice already, I'd totally buy it. I get it, but at least go sign up. But it's one of the things is that I was debating of adding it before closing the campaign, but I just decided to keep it for the website, my local shop, trying to attract more people to the website and make some sales there. Because, I've had that website for like 3 years now. And, if I ever do another campaign or I might make it available on there if I still have some copies. Because like I said, I printed 75 of those. I printed 75 of those, 75 of the Metal Valkyrie, the split face one. all the other variant covers are 25 only each. So if you got one of the variants, enjoy. Those are the rare ones. They were the campaign exclusives. Bob says it was the first non-safe cover I've ever backed. Yeah, I'm proud of it. It says it's a nice one. So, one of the big subjects, things I wanted to talk about, and I took a lot of books out. All right, this one. Let me.
Take out your books.
Oh, there's a big pile here.
I have my pile here too.
The worst part is it's not even my full collection because I lost a whole bunch of them a long time ago in moves. And there was some water damage because I used to have a way bigger collection of this shit. But one of the things I want to talk about. Oh, hold on. What am I doing with my Frazettas? Let's take those books out. I have a Frazetta, the collected edition, the entire thing. Anyways, I used to have like a whole bunch of those. But this is all what I have left. Yes. But I used to have I used to have at least a box like this in the back of my library full of it. But I lost a whole bunch of them. But this is 1979. So one of the reasons why I'm doing this, it's quite simple. This week I found out that finally Heavy Metal was canceled. They went through a whole bunch of shit. They stopped fulfillment. A lot of people pre-bought books they never got. They went bankrupt. They sold the rights. They lost the rights. Somebody else bought the rights called Whatnot. It was supposed to be relaunched. Then it got canceled. And now it got announced that they're getting ready to relaunch because they had to live up to contracts, payments to creators that the previous owners didn't live up to. When you're buying your brand, this is what happens. You technically have to live up to what the other fuck ups are the ones that did before. So say Madness Comic Network. Then you don't use Kickstarter a lot. That page is full built on the not safe for work covers. I sometimes wonder if Sim has a bus driver license because he has so many omnibuses. Omnibuses. It's something. I like to have my books on my shelf, and I grew to really, dude. I don't enjoy just reading one floppy. I usually read the first one or something like that. Then I wait to have like 5 or 6 copies of that book. Then I start reading them. So that's why, to me, I've always been more of I love the idea of having trades more than having floppies. But yeah, so Heavy Metal's coming back. Right now they're dealing with all the legal shenanigans again. They're paying the artists the other one didn't do, so they're fixing their fuck ups. And they announced that they're relaunching. They'll be making Heavy Metal heavy again. I like that line. And they started a new Discord. I'm in there as an artist. So
Yippee!
hopefully one day I'll make the inside a Heavy Metal magazine. But I'll show you what I have left in my collection of Heavy Metals. I have Heavy Metal 79 here. Those are the good old days, the good ones when you had all the great French comic books mixed with some Americans. Just pretty dope. I have some with Mobius in it. Richard Cobain, Mobius. Who else that you guys might know in there? Gil Kane. Anyways, there's a whole bunch of them. And like I said, I used to have like 5 times this freaking amount of books. I used to have all the Louis Royaux covers and freaking Bisley covers. I had them all. But yeah. Heavy Metal. No, that one's is from 1984. 1985. Fright Night's director Tom Holland. Yeah, there's some of them have Enki Pilar. There's Crystal Star by Mobius. The good old days of freaking heavy metal. No whole bar, no PC, no politically correct, no stupid shit like that. The good old years, 85. Interview with Dead director George Romero and Dan O'Bannon. There's the cover from 1984. Oh, they're not in order. What, damn it? Thought they were. 1980. Oh, what did it? Robot. I forgot how they use Robot Sex is a Sin, whatever it is. From Futurama. 1985. 1982. And we get into the 2005. Like, I'm telling you, I am still heartbroken just going through this collection, realizing everything I've lost.
Man.
Then you have 2005. 2004 with Julia Strain on it. Rest in peace. Since she passed away a few years back. She had a really weird and not fun disease. 2001 Louis Royo cover. I have a special edition heavy metal 2000 with Julia Strain as Fact 2. And then for some reason they stopped putting the date on that one. They just went with the number, so 261 by Bisley. Ramirez cover, Heavy Metal, 2002. Who also passed away during the COVID years, I think 2019, 2020 or something like that. May he rest in peace. 1994. Royo from 1999. I don't know what that one is. Boris, 1996. Basically 2001. I had the entire freaking 90s here. It's heartbreaking. And I have this Kirby special that they did, number 276. And the last issue that they released, that they actually released, was the one I got the blank cover from. It's the number 300, which I have 2 left of blank sketch covers if you ever want one. It was quite a lot of Metal Hurlant. Dude, I used to have way more than that. And not just that, but I also have this, and you'll see. So, also from the heavy metal collection, but more on the French one, Metal Hurlant. They released this a while back in English. Alejandro Jodorowsky, Screaming Planet, which what means Metal Hurlant, the Screaming Planet. It's not heavy metal. It's Screaming Planet. Technically hurling. So it's those reprinting some of the biggest stories of that was in heavy metal, Metal Hurlant, and stuff like that. So those are all the ones by Jodorowsky. Some of them ended up in that TV series, the Heavy Metal Chronicles, Metal Hurlant Chronicles, that you can find on streaming. I also have those 2 issues here, Metal Hurlant. And those are still in English, they're not in French. But it's reprints a whole bunch of stories by Geoff Jones, Christian Gossett, Jorge Pereira Lucha, Matt Holden, R.R. Jones, Ryan Book. Then you have this one too, which reprinted some by Kurt Busiek, Calvin Altieri, Guy Davis, David Lloyd, Richard Coburn. Yeah, dude, I grew up reading those heavy metals as a teen, and it's one of the things that got me very, very serious into comic books. Like I was into like some X-Men and stuff like that, but that made me want to do comics was really like when I fell into heavy metal and the Dark Knight Returns stuff. More mature reading. But yeah. And I also have this here. If any of you remember the animated movie Heavy Metal, the comic book by Bernie Wrightson, Captain Stern. Stern. You know, like that. That's the back cover.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. I have Arzak by Mobius that also started in heavy metal. Which is Mobius. Two of my favorite French comic book creators and artists were founders of heavy metal. Druyet and Mobius. The Long Tomorrow that he did with Dan O'Bannon, the creator of Alien and Return of the Dead. Best freaking zombie movie. I also have the special limited edition of Fact 2 Heavy Metal by Bisley and Kevin Eastman, the co-creator of 13 Ninja Turtles, and he was the owner of Heavy Metal magazine back then. So it's different from the animated movie a bit, and it's way more hardcore as well. But it's all by the Biz, which I freaking love. That's the guy that did the back cover, Alex, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the same guy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And heavy metal was also the one that introduced me to Jodorowsky and made me a big fan of these. The Inkle by Jodorowsky and Mobius. And one of my all-time fucking favorite comic books, but my favorite French comic book ever, The Meta Baron. And that introduced me to Juan Ramirez. God damn, that guy is awesome. His art is all painted, and it's insane. I also have his entire collection of books, that guy. Hold on, I'll get you some other things I got in heavy metal. Where is it?
Chris is in the chat.
So,
He
Chris,
said, hell yeah. Oh, hell oh. And then, yes, hi, Chris. I know that it's you, Chris.
and here's more books I got. This that also started in heavy metal. Telling you, like my heavy metal is one of the biggest influence in my freaking comic book life. I got those, the Four Horsemen. Those are in French too, but you can find it in English. And those are by Bisley and Menheim, a guy that writes and created some comic books, video games as well. So they were first published in heavy metal. You have this here, Exterminator 17, which from what I saw, they might be bringing a new edition of this into Heavy Metal magazine. Free the androids. Uh, hello, Chris. Red Dress Press. This is Chris, Alex.
Yep.
Today, so surprised to see you here. Hey, Chris. I just woke up around 6 a.m. today, so I was able to hop in and I had cool sim. Good, get him, soul.
Mm, me, I was born in LaSalle. Stayed a little bit in LaSalle.
Where are you talking
Went
to?
to my bad.
Technically, you were born in Saint Henri, by the way.
But in the hospital, I'm talking about.
Okay. Now, here's some of the books that were also published in heavy metal by Juan Jimenez, because, like I said, I was a big fan of that guy, and I got every book that got printed of him. So you have Apocalypse, Gangrene, Mutante, Titania, Black Star, the Dark Star. So if you get my little wink, but yeah. And this was also part of the heavy metal. Leo Hoya. And I don't buy many art books, but I did grab one of his called Overlord. Overload. Look at that guy's art. I'll show you a few other pieces.
Oh no.
The Meta Baron cover. Like, I'm such a huge fan of the Meta Baron. I have the entire universe, the entire collection of their books are there. And I have two of those edition right here. Hold on. I got two of those. Meta Baron Deluxe Edition special case. I freaking love them. Yeah, if people that know me, they know. I always say it. Check out Meta Baron, best freaking French comic book ever made. French horseman making a scary thing about even scarier. Je suis la mort. Where's Beacon? I don't know. I'm guessing Beacon fell asleep.
Probably.
Usually he's one of the first ones to join in, and he goes, "We were completely unaware of you liking Meta Baron, Sam." Yeah. Maybe some people don't know yet. Even my kids know. But yeah, but that's it. All that comes from heavy metal, dude, and I'm so stoked that they're coming back right now. And hopefully I'll get a chance to be in one of them. Right now, I joined their new Discord. If you go in any other social media, the only thing is I hope one day somebody's gonna unblock me from the. They're gonna make them unblock me from the Twitter. I got blocked by heavy metal back in a while back.
What?
Yeah, there was a guy going at people, and I defended something because something they did something shitty, and I told told the guy that he was whatever
Ugh.
fucking he was an idiot, and he he blocked me from fucking thing, and after that the guy lost his job because of all this shit. But I didn't get unblocked.
Oh.
The guy lashed out at a whole bunch of people. That was a long time ago. He was lashing out at the fans, and I told him that I called him a freaking idiot. But dude, you're going at people that have been reading this freaking magazine since the early freaking days. You're talking about hardcore fans. If they're telling you they don't like what they're doing with Tarna, you should shut the hell up and maybe take notes. But he didn't like it. Even came at me a few other times. Lost my job because of some people like you. I'm like, okay. Blame others for you being a fucking jerk. So's asking me, do you read Meta Barons to your kids before bedtime? No, I don't.
Probably once.
But I told them all about it though.
Yeah, true.
But I was waiting for Alex to get old enough to read that shit. Which now she is.
I'm just not reading.
She's one of those. She doesn't like reading. She just likes to watch videos now in generations.
Damn.
I haven't. Well, I've sort of read half of my comic books. Not.
If she could, she would use that app, and that on her phone that would read the books for her.
Probably, honestly. So I knew it. Oh my god, I keep forgetting I have a whole bunch of floppies of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh yeah, I gave you my collection.
Yeah, your collection. Season
Oh,
8.
floppies. Yeah.
And this is my favorite cover. Why? Because the title is on the shirt.
You know why I gave you those though, right?
No.
Because we were watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the DVDs, and
Yeah.
that's technically the following season. It's the same. It's the writer is the same creator. Is the creator of the guy that was writing the series, Josh Whedon or something like that, and that was the actual sequel to the last season.
Yeah, this is season 8.
Yeah, it's the conclusion. Yeah.
And
So
it's like.
I'm sure you would like it. Yeah, I also have the.
Yeah, I like
Angel.
Buffy the Vampire
Slayer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember we all loved the song too.
The song? I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I don't remember like half of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm just reminded that I was a fan because you gave me all this.
Yeah,
but there's like
love
18.
Buffy.
Yeah, I do because demon vampire magical bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, let me refresh your memory.
Oh no. You know what's another series that has wait, I'll let you do your thing.
I knew she would start shaking her head.
Fuck you. I forgot. Oh no. I'm
Never further, yeah. All right, yeah.
You know what else has vampires and magical bullshit?
What? Anita Blake.
Anita Blake. I read.
That's true. I lent you that freaking trade.
Yeah, it's
The
all of
collection.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you
I
end up
read
reading
all of them.
them?
Yeah, I did like 3 times. They have an interesting way of drawing scars, which is why I
Yeah.
liked it so much. For some reason, is like the main. But it's been a while. I just pulled up a scene that is pretty gruesome.
Yeah, you
Like a
should probably
man.
leave them out. I want to go. I want to go through them soon too. It's been a while.
Yeah, I have like a bunch of stuff. Like a bunch of stuff. I even have like free comic floppies and shit. Which this just reminded me. I've been trying to rewatch Sonic Prime.
Chris is saying, I'm going to read Fight Man to my future sons. Soul. Soul says, I mean, you're old enough to color blend. Huh? You might as well read Meta Baron. Yeah.
Yeah.
Red Dress Press, obviously.
I mean, I read a lot of stuff before I was even like 16, so I'm pretty sure I would be able to.
Yeah.
Especially this. It has some gruesome fucking stuff in it.
Yeah, but it's not just. Sometimes it's not just about the gruesome. It's also about the stuff that happens in the story. But yeah.
Yeah. It's fucked up, man.
So it's
what
like
are you talking about?
Me, I think that people should start being able to watch horror movies at 13, and that's one of the things I tried to do with the girls and shit. But there's certain things that I'm like, we'll wait. Like we should have probably waited a bit more for that Scout Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse thing.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
I mean, like I said, it's like the thing is like we were exposed to that kind of crap before. It was just like it was so morbid and in a comedic sense that it was weird. That's all that movie is.
So saying my little sister was a Buff fan too back in the days, and Angel never got into it myself, but I know a lot of fact scenes, and yeah, I was a fan of all of those.
I mean, if she's a fan of Buffy, then she can be a fan of this. This is.
Anita Blake.
I think
Yeah,
this is my
good.
favorite. One of my favorite books.
Yeah, it was a good adaptation of the novels too. Red Dress and Buffy says get her into some good vampire stuff. I do.
Yeah.
But Buffy's
it's
the
better
gateway.
than Twilight.
Buffy's the gateway, and it's 100 times better than Twilight, like she says. That's
exactly.
Goes, oh, good, more sparkling. What do you say? Buffy sucks. Okay, Red, you guys go. Oh, good, more sparkling zeros. Have we won the world tournament yet? I see. She isn't. She isn't playing as any base character yet. He, nice. She's he. He's talking about you, Chris. Logan, you're not playing any base characters yet.
Any base character?
Yeah. Like Mr. Satan and shit. So Red Just Press, are they any?
I mean, they're there, but I'm not using them.
Is Scout Guide the one with the zombie with the big boobs? Yes, the zombie with the big boobs and the old zombie guy getting his dick ripped off. Yeah. And the zombie cop girl with the big boobs. They were nice, even if they were dead. God damn. So yeah, keep your eye out for the new re-release of Heavy Metal. I'm pretty excited about it.
I found something.
What?
That I haven't this thing,
Mm.
Blade Devil, Ghost of the Past. I haven't. It still has its plastic thingy.
Really?
Yeah, I
It's,
never
it's,
like.
it's still shrink wrapped?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay, so let's leave it close.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna. It's gonna be one of those stuff that I'm not gonna open until like I get like tired of that shit. I'm just like, fine. I'm too curious. I like the art style though. Look at her. Anime.
Yeah, because I got 2
Anime.
copies.
Yeah.
I have another one here. Yeah. Mine's open though.
Yours open. Mine isn't. I think this is like the second biggest comic I have. The first one is this, and it's a French one. It's not like big in like reading
No,
stuff,
no,
but I mean like
Dimension.
big in dimension.
Yeah, that's the Fourth Power. I have the full collection here in one book.
Yeah,
It's a series. Mm-hmm.
it's in French.
Yeah, that was
It's
me
the
trying
only
to.
French comic.
It was me trying to help you learn French and inspire you to maybe read more French comics, even though I have them in English.
Even though I have them
I'm not kidding. See?
in.
Let me show you what I mean. Sweetie.
Oh my goodness.
The Fourth Power, the full book though, the full series,
The full series, damn.
and in English.
And
It's also by Juan Ramirez, the guy that did all the art for Meta Baron.
Ooh.
See, it was my gateway to bringing you into the Meta Baron. I'm doing it. So I'm getting her into Meta Baron slowly
Slowly.
but surely.
I have like comics that I remember at least reading, and this is like one little pile.
Little Cowboy Ninja. Oh yeah, that's true. That's you. I gave that too. But,
Yeah, you gave you give this one. This
Glory.
is Glory. Alien Amazonian woman. Cowboy, ninja, and Viking. I really like the concept of it.
Mm-hmm.
Lola XOXO, which is on like a post-apocalyptic thing that I really like too. This is another thing you gave me.
Damn.
Underground. Yeah.
Underground. It's like the story is like slice of life, like really slice of life. It's just a bunch of people exploring a cave and they get trapped in it. And part of me while I was reading this is like, I wish there was monsters. Like I was expecting like a monster or something, but nah, it's just gruesome reality that people actually die in these things.
So, by the way, saying Ellie is always showing is already showing French comics. I hope she doesn't grow a beard too when she gets older. You can't be a proper sim clone without that,
It's just one. I haven't even read it. I'm just like,
And he
this
goes,
is
"Okay."
nice painting.
In English now, it's a real book.
Yes.
Yeah, but sweetie,
This
some of the best comic books are in French.
Shut up.
Dude, I'm sorry, but I'll say it that way, okay? most of the English comic books, it's mostly superheroes, especially if it come from the US. It was really big in superheroes and romantic comic books. So that's why they have a
Yeah.
really bad side of being categorized as children books, right? Which comic books is not supposed to be just for children; it's for all ages. The strength that the French comics and the Japanese comics called manga that they have is that they have comics of all type and also for all type of people. So they have superheroes, they have fantasy, they have doctors goddamn comic books about medicine and shit. It's weird, but that's what I'm saying. It's the choices. The only thing is, French comics are some of the greatest comic books there is are in French. But you can get
I
some
don't-
in English. It's just sad that there's some of the best, like Requiem. It's
Yeah.
not in English. The only way you can get them in English is if you get the digital copies, but it's still
Yeah.
available.
No,
But it's
I
some of the
get
best
that.
freaking comic books there is. It's in French.
I mean, it's mostly because like there's no like shunning like English. There's no shunning comics and of them being like childish and stuff. I think the only reason they weren't called childish is because the ones that were shown are the superhero,
But that's the thing. That's the
children
problem.
comics.
It's the problem here in the West. Technically, it's an American
Yeah.
and Canadian problem.
Yeah.
That they consider comic books to be childish and for kids, and
Yeah.
in Europe, and in Japan, it's not. It's just a mix between books and movies. It's
Yeah, it's
literally
just another medium.
it's the
Just
ninth
another.
art. It's considered the ninth greatest art, and it's
I
It's
see
still weird.
someone.
America.
Hmm?
I see someone.
So,
yeah.
Hello.
It's Brian.
anyway,
Hello, Brian.
and yeah, sorry for not making it last week.
It's okay.
I'm bad.
So it's like, yeah, I know Franco-Belgian comic domination is a thing. When I was a small soul, we had a library bus coming to the village I grew up, and I always rented comics from it to read. Yeah, dude, I'm sorry, there's just something about French comics, dude, that it's
I know.
so different, like the feel and vibe wise, and it's something I try to bring to the table in my mix of comics that I do. I try to give that feel of the French comic mixed with manga, and also a little dose of Americanish.
Yeah, no, it's like in New York City, right? Out here, we have in the city like these things called fusion restaurants,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
One of my favorites was a pizzeria that was also a Cajun Italian restaurant. And so it was like Italian food, but it was like spicy, like real, like burn your asshole kind of spicy, right?
Mhm.
And to me, a lot of us are doing that same thing, right? We have access to media from all around the world now. It's so much easier to get access to. All you have to do is be curious, right? It's not like in the old days when you had to bust your ass to get like if you wanted certain movies, you could get a Japanese laser disc with like hard coded Japanese subtitles. But if you wanted manga, or anime, you were just for the most part shit out of luck. If you wanted manga, you were shit out of luck.
But that's what made heavy metal the hit that it was, to be quite honest, because it was the only way that you guys could have access to French comic books.
That was
That's
the
what they
gateway
did.
for me.
That's what they
That
did.
was
Yeah.
the gateway drug. Yeah. And I keep saying, like, it's cool that Americans have discovered Japanese comics, but they need to discover French comics, because I don't
But-
think if we follow like the American industry, if we follow on the Japanese program, I
Mhm.
think we're gonna fuck up. I think we need to have more of
So-
going a French direction.
Sometimes I think that some Americans discovered them in the 70s with heavy metal and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
that's when I discovered them.
they tried to keep it on the snuff because a lot of those movie guys stole from them.
Oh yeah, for sure. But then you also had people from the movie industry that were writing for heavy metal. You had
Oh, yeah,
Jodorowsky,
like
you had
Dan O'Bannon,
right?
Chuck Busiek.
Yeah. So you had look, there's always people that have their finger on the pulse of what's cool, right? At the moment. And and whatever's cool,
But you
it
know,
jumps around.
Pat Mills is doing French comic books. And
I
he
know,
doesn't-
and they're fucking
and he-
dope.
and he doesn't even speak French or write
Yeah.
French.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, if I had my druthers, if I had like fuck you Mark Millar money, I'd
Mhm.
you know, I mean, I understand why he's doing what he's doing, the avenue that he's going down. That's great. But I would just, I don't know, work with the French and then of course come out with a English edition.
He's working with fucking Travis Charest on a new book now, and I'm just curious to find out what that is. I'm a big Travis Charest guy,
Mhm.
another Canadian guy.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
dude, that guy's art is fucking dope.
yeah. Where do I know him from?
Travis Charest?
Yeah, because the name's
Well,
really familiar.
Wildcat. He did Wildcats for a fucking while. He was the
Okay.
very similar. He did the Weapon of the Meta Baron, the painted style comic book. Yeah, hold on. Did a whole bunch of shit. His name is Travis Charest.
Yeah, I never read any of the extended Meta Baron universe stuff or the Inkle.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
Or the Johto verse.
you read Meta Baron, so you need to get at least the Techno Priest. You need to get Genesis Casteca. At least you get those. Those are the continuity, and it's all part of the
Yeah.
same universe. And you
Yeah.
need the Weapon of the Meta Baron. The Weapon of the Meta Baron is pretty freaking good, and it's Travis Charest that did have the book, but he took way too much time that they had to get in the guy that did the pre-inco to finish it.
Damn. See,
Yeah.
that's the other thing about French comics, though. It's like, you know, you look at American comics, and there was like that monthly schedule, right? And if you fucked up, that's what happened to my friend Adrian, the guy that did the first 7 issues of Six Gun Gorilla. He got in. He was doing Star Wars. He was that looks kind of sweet. Oh,
Let me show you something, dude.
yeah, boy.
I have the original French release.
Yeah, boy. Oh man,
I got myself the
Beautiful.
English one too.
and sweet
that-
fucking hardcovers, man.
Yeah, both of them. And dude,
Hardcover format is the shit.
yeah, but dude, it's expensive though.
I know.
I need to get a good plug for it because that's what I would do too. Les Armes du Métabaro, I'm shopping for it too, dude. That's what I've been doing the last week. But this is Travis Charest's art.
Well, that's
Oh, yeah,
really
dude, I've
weird.
Yeah, and I'm not kidding. I've been shopping to find a fucking good place to print them. See his art, dude.
Oh my god. Oh, it's beautiful.
He's
But
a
that's
huge.
the thing. It's like in American comics, you have like the art's like the good on most pages, but you could see when like the artist is saving themselves for one page. Oh, it's gorgeous.
Uh-huh.
But the French books, it's like every
This is-
page is
This is
one
when
of those pages.
this is the scene where he just Nameless just killed his dad.
Oof.
Because you know that's the ritual of the Meta Baron.
Yeah. Do your kids know? Do your kids know that you and I are like the apostles of French comics? Like in our scene, in our sphere, we're like walking around with a copy of the Meta Barons. The
No,
Barons.
what I know is I'm Batman.
You're not Michael Keaton, son.
You haven't. Yeah. What about you kids? Have you explored French comics yet?
Alex was showing off some of them. Logan did.
But well, I mean, that's the thing. It's like I could never understand Americans that are just into watching American movies, reading American books, listening to American records. It's like there's a whole fucking world out there. It's the same thing. It's like if I had to just eat the same thing every day, no, I can walk down the street and then there's a fucking dope Mexican place and there's a Thai joint that's really good. It's just like sample the stuff that's from around the world because you're going to find stuff that's special and that has its own flavor and that's not like anything else. That's I don't know, brings something unique to the table, right?
Yeah, I can tell you that Logan for a while he was really into trying to discover all type of comic books, and he has the few of the French comics that he liked. And Alex, well, I give her a French comic. She looks at the pretty pictures because she can't read French.
Yeah, basically.
Oh,
I
Well,
mean,
the
I
thing is-
grabbed some of Sim's French books, and it did include Empowered, and I'm just like stare at
But
pretty
you grew up in
women.
Quebec. But you grew up in Quebec. You grew up in Quebec, and you don't speak the Francais.
I had
At
a
all.
speech delay. Relax, get off my
Oh,
back.
okay.
On va se calmer un petit peu, là. OK?
I'm not leaning on you. I'm not leaning on you.
No. She
With the aggro, sister. It's okay.
the thing is, she has a speech delay thing, and she was put into an English school because the parents were English. Both her parents were English. They technically they came from Mexico,
No,
so she got into English school. So
no, but
Hannah's in French school.
okay, no, I because of my speech delay, I was put in the English school because I couldn't even like get through
Yeah, because
French preschool.
they taught you English first.
Oh, you
Yeah,
flunk.
but even then they would
could do you one
force
better.
you.
I can beat you. I can beat you. I flunked kindergarten.
Basically,
God,
okay,
honest
that's
to God, I
my
flunked kindergarten.
experience. No, but
Like, I'm not even-
like I was
I'm
saying,
not making that up. They put me in pre first. They put me in
Hey, what's
pre
up,
first.
Broken Compass?
Yeah, what's up, Broken? So yeah, no, I mean, I'm right there with you.
yeah, but what I was trying to explain is that even then, because I was born here and my parents were from Mexico, they would have forced me into French school if it wasn't for the fact that I was just like having so much trouble and I was diagnosed with a speech delay. So they put me into an English school. If that was the case, then my sister would have gone with me too, but they didn't allow it. So,
Uh,
and Quebec, okay, it's Quebec.
you're not that
I don't know.
yeah, no, I mean, look.
Yeah, in
I-
Quebec,
that makes sense to me
if your
because-
parents are not English or went to English school, you cannot go to English school until after high school. Yeah,
English school in the province.
Yeah, you're not allowed.
Just like if it's anywhere else, you still have to go to French school.
Thank God that like you're living in a time, you're growing up in a time where this stuff gets diagnosed, right? So it
Mhm.
gets addressed. Back like me, Sim, Preston, kind of like our generation, in our
Yeah.
days, we were just stupid, right? There's no dyslexic, there's no such thing as attention deficit disorder. You were just dumb. And yeah, they put me in pre first, and I remember the very first day looking around and being like, there's something different about the kids here. And then I met eyes, right? Locked eyes with another kid that had the exact same expression on his face. And we've been best friends ever since. And he still best friends. He lives in Tokyo, unfortunately,
Nice.
though. But yeah, it's just like the last thing you probably needed was more fucking confusion, right? Like,
So Brian, hold on.
Yeah.
So saying Brian, in American comics, you also have the case that, for example, the cover is by Stefan Sejic, and then you open the thing and the interior artist is pathetically inferior dude.
oh no, I hate when they do that. The bait and
They do
switch.
that.
The
Dude, they
French
do that
hat.
way. They do that way too often. No, in America. Let's talk about America.
Okay. 'Cause I was
It's
like-
fucking annoying that they do this shit, dude. Or you buy a series, it's supposed to be by Rob Liefeld. You expect Rob Liefeld, even if they switch it for somebody different, better, or whatever. You bought it for fucking Rob Liefeld. You know what I mean? It's
yeah. It's
don't shift it for me for something else. Like it's fucking annoying.
It's like what Dynamite did, where they had these beautiful Alex Ross covers, and then you opened up the comic and it was dog shit.
Yeah,
So you'd have this like dope ass cover where you have all these Golden Age heroes, the Shadow, the Green Llama, the Black Terror, like all these like Zorro, all of these characters on like a Bitch and Alex Ross cover. I'm like, I look at that, I'm just like, oh hell yeah! I didn't even need to open it. I was sold. And then I get home, I'm like, what is this shit? It's like you basically have like you're presenting. It's false advertising, right? It's not going to inspire confidence in your readership. That's for damn sure.
So saying, K Backstreet back all right. I don't know. Hold on, I missed one. Yeah, Requiem. You got them in French?
No, auf English.
They're English?
And they're fucking beautiful.
Where the fuck did you get that?
These? We can get these in America, but here's the thing. We can only get the very first 2 volumes.
Yeah, but they're rare as fuck, so they're worth a lot of money now.
Are they really?
Yeah.
I mean, just, dude, every single page is like this. It's unbelievable, dude. Of course, I know, once again, people are going to accuse me of being a furry for this, but Black Sad, I think there's a Black Sad video game.
Black
But
Sad?
Yeah, it's dog shit.
What? Oh, there's a game, but it sucks?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, because that's one of the books I got Logan into. One of the French comic books that I got him into was Black Sad.
Yeah.
I had the full collection. I gave it to him.
Nice fucking hardcover format. Yeah, these are the shit. These are awesome.
Good. She should be taught English first, the superior language. Now move to the land of the free, baby. Whoa.
Did you?
Whoa.
I'm curious to get your take on the Simu Liu situation. Did you hear about that?
No.
Evidently, in Canada, you have a TV show that's that's similar to a TV show that we have here in the States, which is called Shark Tank.
Yes.
I forget what yours is called, right? But they have like a panel of judges, and sometimes they'll have a celebrity in there, right?
Mhm.
And so they have this guy who's like an actor and a male model. He was Shang-Chi in the Master of Kung Fu movie I refuse to watch.
Yeah.
But what happened was these people came on, this couple, and they had started a boba tea company, right? They had discovered like boba tea, like you know what boba tea is?
Yeah.
You know, you drink it with a fat straw and it has like these little tapioca things. Kids are really, really into it, right? And so they came out with their product, which is, I think, like fruit juice with like the little boba pellets in the inside. And Simu Liu is just watching them, and you just see his face darkening because these people are from Quebec, and they have like these really thick French accents. And you just see him getting madder and madder and madder. And when they finished their pitch, which was very good actually, and they're going from investor to investor, Simu Liu is like, he's like, cultural appropriation.
Oh, boy.
Canceled. Boom, canceled. These people had to go on Twitter and apologize.
Get the fuck out.
And they were getting they're getting death threats and shit. And it got so bad that Simu Liu went on Instagram or something like that and gave like a very half-hearted apology. Right? He's just like, what these people did was not right, but I realize there's maybe a little bit of a language barrier there, but maybe you shouldn't be sending them death threats. But like very, like doing like the bare minimum of what he could do to like alleviate the fucking damage that he did to these people's lives. Yeah, look that shit up. It'll make your blood boil.
Oh boy.
Hey, dude.
So saying, forced into French school.
Sup, Chris?
Forced into French school sounds like a little of a horror movie that scared the shit out of me.
It is.
What's this?
Compass. My French teacher, his grade school name was Mr. Kumquat. You can't make this stuff up. I'm like, God damn.
Mr. Kumquat?
Yeah, Kumquat.
There's no fucking way.
It was one of the BCE guys boys are living local to you now. You should meet up with them. That's
BC?
racist. You're assuming that because we're in the same area, we're gonna like each other.
Oh shit! You might have to rumble, right? They're rolling up in your hood. You might have to fucking, regulate on the ass. Like,
bring the law to the street, motherfucker.
yeah, man. Fucking bicycle chains and fucking switchblades and shit.
By the way,
Yeah, Chris, that Boba Tea stuff or whatever wasn't even a thing until like 40 years ago, right? I only just like knew it existed maybe about like 5 years ago or 8 years ago,
Mhm.
I think, because I had like a millennial friend that like loved going to this Japanese supermarket and food court. Right, it's in Edgewater, New Jersey, which is like has a big. It's right across, from the city. So there's a ferry that goes and everything. So it just has a big Japanese population there. So they have like really great manga shops, English and Japanese. Right, they have an English section and a Japanese section, and actually I carry some of the French shit too. But it'll be in Japanese usually.
Well, like one of the things that they were saying right there. Well, I'm going to continue reading the chat, and when I get to it, I'll address it. I like Alex Ross. He made cool Justice A cover and gave some of the love, and they're cool. Yeah, but I like his art, but story-wise, inside the pages, I always thought that was stiff, was not interesting. Oh, I've seen that Black Sad one. Never read it. Most of Alex Ross storytelling, like it's the pacing and shit, like it's very stiff and story-wise, it doesn't work. Yeah,
I love his covers, but he shouldn't really be doing interiors, I don't think.
And so I'm saying, Brian, Bubba Tea appropriation is not even real, and that's where I wanted to comment because, dude, at this point, if it's cultural appropriation, then Chinese people should not be allowed to sell hamburgers.
Yes, and some people are making that point.
No French fries, like fuck you. This.
If we ever see you eating a slice of pizza, motherfucker.
Yeah. Like no Chinese people are supposed to sell pizza. Like if you make your own type of pizza, it's cultural. But that's the thing is that entire fucking concept is so fucking stupid.
It's mind-numbingly stupid.
It used to always be known as cultural appreciation, and then they made it into a fucking bad thing and call it cultural appropriation.
Right.
It's not okay. Because it's like saying, like, it's like having black people calling everybody out on cultural appropriation while they're wearing white people hair.
Right. I mean, just
fucking stop it. Just live and let live, mother. Just live and let live.
Yeah, but they can't. It's it's a weapon.
Yeah.
Right. And so,
and it's not just a weapon; it's an empowering weapon.
He really liked having that weapon, and he saw these people, and he didn't like them, and he was like, "You know what? I'm gonna fuck them up with this weapon, cultural appropriation."
Chris saying, "Oh yeah, I seen that shit was cringe." Then I moved on. Yeah, Bubba Tea stuff is whatever. It wasn't even a thing. Yeah, you read that one. Ace going, "Hell peeps, what's up, dude? You know where the link is."
What up, Edwin?
Hey, Dad.
What?
Look up my stream. Well, my screen.
What?
I'll try to make it do my thing because I can change the entire map by making that explosion. So I gotta move quick.
Sorry. By the way, sorry I'm late tonight because I was jacking fools in Dead by Daylight and hanging them from meat hooks and heading off on their misfortune.
I should change the map. Nope, not even. Fuck.
I want to get that game one day, but damn, it's expensive.
What's the new Dragon Ball game?
Yeah, it looks pretty dope. It looks similar to some one of the games that me and the boys used to play when they were younger. Back before I started doing all this indie comics and I had more time and I used to game more with them.
Yeah. But you'd still find time to game with them.
Yeah.
I hope.
Which is not often.
Yeah.
And it's a bit hard to find similar games that is not
there you go.
Like expensive.
That's the thing that happened right now. It's we got to a point like We're all PC gamers now, so it's not the same as going and sitting down on the PlayStation and playing a game together.
Right, right. But the cool thing is that you can play with your friends that you're physically separated from.
Like right now, if I had that
Other
game, I could play.
countries.
I could be
You
kicking
can play.
Logan's
You can play with me now.
ass. I could be kicking Logan's ass. You know.
I mean, you
What?
can play with me.
The new Black Ops, is that it?
That's next week.
Yeah, we used to play Black Ops, especially the zombies. Dude,
Yeah.
that was one of the family's favorite games. We played like all 6 of us were playing that fucking game.
Yeah, switching controllers. Like I died. You're dead.
Eh. We love killing zombies.
Oh, I love zombie games. They're so great. I'm playing Dead Island 2 finally because that's like one of those games where I read the reviews and I was like, okay, put it on my wish list. Wait until it's like 40%, 50%, 60% off, and then grab it, right? Because that's what I normally do. It's like I sort of wish list games, forget about them until they pop up, and then I'm like, oh, now I'll grab that shit. And so I'm starting to play that, and it's okay, except it's like you can't jump in cars. Like what I always loved about the first Dead Island was that it was basically Far Cry with zombies, right?
Yeah.
So you could like my favorite like Schwarzenegger move to do in those games was to like go charging in on a Jeep, put a bomb in the Jeep, and then bail out of the Jeep and let the Jeep roll into the enemy encampment and then blow that shit up. Right? You can't do shit like that. in Dead Island 2, they got rid of vehicles completely. But I have to say, the gore is exceptional. As you're pummeling the zombies with your weapons, you see them gradually degrade. Like with each strike, their head is kind of structurally compromised until like finally like their jaw is kind of hanging. Right? And usually that's when you know that you can put them down for good. So from that standpoint, there's always stuff in video games, even if they're not particularly well made, that's new, that kind of astounds me just in terms of the technology.
I was checking on the YouTube channel, and I just realized that I missed out some chats in the
Oh no,
that
that's
I
not
didn't-
good.
that I did not see into.
Oh knows.
Yeah, like I said before, it's a new thing. Sometimes there's little bugs, they appear later for some reason. Anyways,
Yes. Is this a Rumble thing?
yeah, but it's Rumble. Like, right, sometimes there's a last update, and then they appear later. But the thing that I missed was I actually own the Metal Outlaw Chronicles. They're a mixed bag, but it's nice to see actors like Scott Adkins and Michael J. White in it.
What?
Yeah, but it's the same thing. Like this, it's Metal Outlaw Chronicles is the
Yes.
live action series.
The first
And
episode.
it is a mixed bag, and it feels like reading a heavy metal. Like you're not gonna enjoy it. You're not gonna love every fucking story in it. It's a mixed bag. That's what I liked about it. It's exactly like a heavy metal magazine.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. And I also enjoyed the shared universe aspect, right?
Mhm.
That you
Yeah.
have characters, right? Like that Birdman alien,
Mhm.
right? He'd show up in one story, and then he'd appear in another.
Then he crossed with the Atkins. He crossed with the Atkins one in the bar.
Yes. Yeah. Cool
I
shit.
love- I love
enjoyed
it.
it. I was bummed out when it got canceled.
Yeah, but there's 2 seasons, I think.
Yeah, there's 2 seasons, and then of course there's Love, Death, and Robots, which is heavy metal in
But
every set name.
technically, it was meant to be heavy metal, except there was
I
a
know.
right problem and they changed it. Yeah.
I know. But it's just like it should be called Bataille Lente or heavy metal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I also love the stuff that they included, the stuff that Jodorowsky wrote with
Yeah.
Bataille Lente being this thing, like this,
And the
dead
big
planet.
the big guy. That's one of his story.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome shit. Awesome shit.
And the story of the couple.
Yes, that end up
That story,
betraying each other.
that story, I fucking love
And the
that
turtle?
fucking story. Yeah, the
the
turtle
turtle
story.
people?
Yeah,
Yeah, fantastic.
dude.
Yeah. Jodorowsky's a visionary. He says he's
Fucking
going to die when he's 120.
Hmm.
Like he's still working. He's still doing shit. He's still being
Yeah,
creative.
yeah. Well,
You know,
that's-
that's the thing. It's like the guys like him, guys like Mobius. We don't get to hang on to them forever. You know.
Yep, dude. I love almost every fucking thing I've got him, except some of his more serious spiritual things are a bit weird to me.
The
But
Holy
anything that-
Mountain is a little, you
the
know.
Holy Mountain. There's the what is it?
Topo I love. I think is brilliant.
Hold on, what's the other one I'm talking about? He did one with Mobius about the cat something, and then there's the guy in his midlife crisis.
Santa
remember.
Sangre. Oh, wait. You're talking about comic books. You're not talking about his movies.
No, I'm talking about the comic books. Yeah,
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't think we've ever had.
the mad woman of the Sacred Heart.
I've heard of I've heard of it, but I haven't read it. Is
Which
that
is no, it's not that new. It's with Mobius, so not that new. Hold on a sec. Let me get
Chris is on your ass here, man. Fuck
Why?
Chris. Coming with the aggro.
Hold on. Brian goes. Okay. Fun fact: I like Dead Island 1 a lot, but watching gameplay from 2 had me a bit grossed out. I'm not squeamish, but I also think that punching a granny jaw until it falls off is fun.
Yeah, no, I love zombie games. Fucking over zombies is just.
And the gore seems to be just like that. This guy's elder abuse.
Hey, man,
There was
If I
Chris'
had-
favorite character, Master Roshi. That's true. So seen Hercule too. Yeah,
Hercule,
he's-
Hercule Poirot.
no, I think he's talking about characters in Dragon Ball there.
Oh,
Master
okay.
Roshi. Yeah,
Got you.
yeah. Logan started playing with other characters that Chris
Roshi.
might like. Bean Daddy, see the Bean. And Chris saying, did Sim say something about a story about cockholes? What are you reading, Sim? Not cockholes, midlife crisis, motherfucker. There's a story about an old guy going through a fucking midlife crisis and then discovering sex orgies and shit. I'm like, what the fuck am I reading? And this is the book,
Some
Mad
guys are
Woman
like-
of the Sacred Heart. And there's another
Yeah.
one called Cat something.
Yeah, there's dude. Some dudes do go nuts.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have a midlife crisis. I'm happy to say, or not having one, and but some guys will just like go berserk. Will start partying really hard.
marries a young wife and ends
Yeah.
up like seeing his girlfriend getting abused and having sex with another guy and just watching. Like you're like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, you want
Oh,
to
boy.
be taken away to the world of the Meta Barons or something.
Or he's having sex and then there's a guy that comes in the back and starts ramming him and like, what?
Oh,
He's like, what? He's like,
Yeah. So that sounds like it's about something that's self-destructive. But comics
Yeah,
can
yeah.
be like that too. It's like.
But that's what I like about Jodorowsky,
like
though.
that.
He explores those type of things of like divergence sometimes, or it's. But you see in the Meta Baron, like the entire premise of like, oh yeah, I lost my dick. How am I gonna have a kid?
Yeah.
Oh, I got twins. One's brain dead. The other one's. How do I make one of them? What?
Dude, one of them doesn't have a fucking head.
Yeah,
One of them literally doesn't have a head.
one's weightless. Yeah.
But that's Jodorowsky just going into that far out place that he can go to and make it absolutely compelling and meaningful, right? I mean, those are just brilliant comics.
I just fucking love the Inkle. The Inkle's insane.
It changed my life when I was a kid. I remember when Blade Runner came out, looking at the poster and thinking, oh, that looks like the Inkle.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because Heavy Metal Magazine, man.
But
right?
technically, one of the big inspiration is The Long Tomorrow. The guy, the creator mentioned it. It's when he read the Dan O'Bannon and Mobius comic book called The Long Tomorrow was one of the biggest inspiration for.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is, it's like then you look at British comics, right? 2000 AD. That was also like another kind of
Dude, the
slap
Fifth
in the
Element
face
is also the
in a way.
Inkle. The
What was
Fifth
that?
Element, is totally like a rip off the Inkle.
It is. I said I wouldn't call it a ripoff because to me it seems to just be like an homage just to French science fiction comics in general, and that's sort of like the Moby Dick of like French science fiction comic books. But that movie drives me crazy, and I know
But dude, I love the Fifth Element, but the cab driver, the spiritual weapon, except instead of being a girl, it's a boy, and the Inkle. It's very similar, but dude, that scene when she's jumping, you're like,
yeah. I wouldn't say
the vibe when you're looking at it, you're like, dude, that's so fucking the Inkle. It's so fucking insane.
No, it is. It is.
And the fact that Mobius did all the concept art, well, not all, because there was somebody else. The guy that did Valerian was also doing concept art there.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah. It just drives me crazy because that movie would be the shit if it had Jean Reno instead of fucking Bruce Willis. If you could go in, see, I'm hoping that you could do this sort of shit with AI in the future. If you could go in and digitally remove fucking Bruce Willis and replace him with Jean Reno, I'd be like, yeah, that's like one of the best movies ever. But that guy, it's the only time he hasn't killed a movie for me was Unbreakable. I think that's like the only time where I was just like, this movie's so good, even like that guy can't ruin it.
I don't know. I think his perfect movie was always be Die Hard.
It's a really good movie, but
one of the ones that I also like a lot was Hudson Hawk.
Hudson Hawk.
I fucking like back in the days, like until fucking Fifth Element and maybe another. Like my favorite movie of Bruce Willis was the fucking Die Hard series and Hudson Hawk. I fucking loved Hudson Hawk. Or would you like to swing on a star?
Never seen it.
I've
never seen it.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking insane.
Really angry about it. That's all I remember about that movie. People
really?
Yeah, like it was like critically panned, and the audiences hated it. I just remember going to see something else, and these old ladies coming out of the theater and saying the only thing that was good in that movie was Danny Aiello. Danny Aiello was the only thing that was good in that movie.
Wow.
Yeah, so I haven't seen it, so I can't judge it. I can't rank it. But yeah, Bruce Willis is one of those guys where it's just like, yeah, he's just. Why do you
have a hate boner for him?
I don't know. It's taste, right? And we all have those people. We all have those people, those actors where we're just like, oh, this person is very, very lucky to be doing this because they have zero talent. And then you have the people who have, see, this is the thing. It's like you look at, this is why I like Dave Bautista. Bautista made a movie called, his first movie was The Man with the Iron Fists, which was like a Shaw Brothers homage, right? And he watched his performance and he was just like, oh my God, I'm fucking horrible. And he was just cringing, right? And he is horrible in that. So what did he do? He went and took some classes. He went and learned. He went and trained and got better and got to a point where he was competent. And now he's like a pretty good screen presence. Not a leading man by any stretch of the imagination, but as like a supporting player, he's pretty much really good in everything that I've seen him in, like, of late, right? So Schwarzenegger, right? I mean, shit, even like in Conan the Destroyer, he'd made a bunch of movies by then, and he's just like, gee, how many are there? 1, 2, 3. I think you're right. like that was his delivery. And
So-
but he got better. And by the time he got to Predator, you were like, oh, okay. You know, because it's just like anything else. It's just like, well, okay, this is what you're gonna do now. Fucking try, get better.
I don't know.
Right.
To,
I
to
think
me,
that's the thing that drives me crazy about a Bruce Willis is
Yeah.
he shows up and doesn't. I just get a feeling of him just not being present, shall I say, as opposed to like
I wouldn't say Batista became a great actor, but he is better than he was before. But he is typecast as well.
He's
Like
high.
he's typecast as well. Like the only two roles that I like. Don't get me wrong. He was cool as Drax, but even there acting wise, not so much. Like it was very meh.
Well,
But
I didn't know-
acting wise, where I liked him was in the last Riddick, and in that little short role that he
God,
did.
I forgot that he was in that. He was in the
The
last
third
Riddick.
one,
They're making
and
the
he
new
wa-
one. Thank God.
and he was in the intro scene, I think, of Blade Runner 249, which I thought that was interesting
I
as
still
a
have.
role for him.
I still haven't seen it, mostly because Jared Leto is in it.
You and your hate boners.
Dude, I know, but
I'm
it's
not
just
I'm not a big fan of his neither. But the movie, I have more problems with the movie than that, to be quite honest.
Was that Denis Villeneuve?
Yes, it was.
Oh, dude, did you see Alien Romulus yet?
No.
Brace yourself. Brace yourself. Go in with your expectations very, 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 very low.
I know everything I've seen from it. I don't want to see it.
It's full of member berries. It's like
It's-
member berry the movie.
And to me, it is also the fact like they put way too much emphasis of the fucking thing going from in their mouth and down their throat. I was
Uh-huh.
like, that looks like somebody that has a little fetish there.
Well, it's horror, right?
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's
Well,
like
it's
it's
never your body; it's your mouth, right?
yeah, but dude, we all know that's what's happening. We all felt it without having
Yeah,
to
yeah,
see
yeah.
it as a
It's
fucking
horror.
close up every fucking time of oh look, it's coming into your mouth and rubbing. I'm like, there's something weird as a vibe that I got from watching the trailers that I'm like, it feels like so much like the crew's all fucking kids or something like that.
They're all Zoomers.
Yeah,
That's
and
the
I'm
thing.
like,
It's an alien movie for Zoomers,
so I'm kind of like, I'm not sure I want to like
dude. It's shit.
and I really don't want it. I don't think I'm gonna go see it. I didn't see the last one neither. I didn't go. But and I like I like Resurrection. Okay.
God, yeah, and yeah. I mean, oh Jesus, dude. Romulus has references to Resurrection, has references to, I think, just about every movie in the series except for 3. And I'm talking about like, and it's just they just jam them in there, man. You know, get away from her, you bitch. Lines like that will be
I know.
worked in, and it's just like stop. And then it's an incredibly beautiful looking movie. All of the sets are sets, like they actually built real sets, like no blue screen, green screen bullshit. And all the creature effects, not all of them, but most of them are practical. Like there's a scene where you like look down this hallway that's been turned into like an alien hive, and you see like xenomorphs crawling around,
Mhm.
and you can clearly see they're men in costumes. Like no CGI bullshit. And the sets are fantastic. They had everything. And they still just blew it because they just have it. Just the script is just absolutely horrible. And then there's a shockingly bad deep fake Ian Holm. Right? Remember Ian Holm? He was the android in the first movie.
Yeah.
I still remember seeing that movie in the theater as a kid, and the part that freaked me out wasn't the chest burster. That was intense, right? But I just remember Yaphet Kotto just beating on Ian Holm with that fire extinguisher, and suddenly his head coming off.
Yep.
And because for a second, ultimately you find out, oh, he's a robot. But for a second, you're just like, what in the actual fuck? Like, that was the real shocker in that movie. But yeah, they just have like another android that's like the same model as Ian Holm, and they take his face and they superimpose it over like another actor's face, and they do it like really poorly, and he's the movie's villain. It's it's dog shit. It's dog shit.
Okay, so here Chris is asking, what is Alex watching or reading? Trying to change the subject so I don't have to hear more of a man being cuckolded and getting rammed from the rear end.
You got your mind in the gutter, dude. You're a bad man. Horrible human being.
I don't know. Hopefully she's working.
I am working.
What you
I'm
drawing?
trying to.
What you doing?
I'm working on Bloodhound.
Okay.
Is that
I'm
something
trying
you
to
can show?
figure out.
What do you
how
want to show us what you're working on?
Is it something you can show?
No, because I think it's a very badass moment.
Okay. No, look, I understand that.
Yeah, I don't mind because most people read the goddamn books that bought the book, but there's some people that don't know about it yet.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. But
I'm just flatting out stuff right now. There's body parts all over the place.
oh, your dad's
It's
making
raining.
you draw all this horrible, heinous shit. Sim, what the fuck is wrong with you, brother?
I'm not done. She's gonna have
Sweet
to color
little girl.
Bloodhound too.
You're doing this sweet little girl. How could you do that?
Okay, no.
Yeah, I mean, she
Okay,
was in
next
Walking
time
Dead.
I'm going to come back with something as horrific as Sim shit. Okay, then you'll understand that it's not that
No.
I'm not that I don't care. I
You're
think
just
this
as
is
twisted
cool.
as he is. You're
Yes.
just
Yeah,
as
exactly.
twisted as your father. yeah.
Dude, when I showed her some scenes from Bloodhound 2, she just goes like ecstatic and starts laughing. Like, yes.
Oh, that's fucking great. Oh, that's so cool.
Like the
Oh,
grenade
man.
launcher scene.
Oh man.
Me,
Beacon still hasn't shot me my not the merch shit. Like
No.
once as soon as I'm getting that, I'm making videos and shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
still haven't gotten my shit, man. Michael Beacon, what you doing? What you doing to me, brother?
sleeping.
He's
Yeah,
sleeping. Why is he sleeping when he should be mailing my fucking comic?
sleep
He
schedule.
said, I don't know. Usually he's pretty freaking on point with this shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna be nervous. Here's the thing: I don't like reading comics that are by my friends because it usually makes me nervous because I'm afraid, right? But that's the thing. It's like I know, like you're competent enough, like a bunch of other people I know, where it's just like, okay, yeah, like I shouldn't be too nervous. But but that's the thing. It's like you can be really good and still whiff every now and then, and make a stinker, that's what I'm always afraid of doing. But Preston is almost done. He's on the last 5 pages of the new Six Gun. So yeah, that's going to be that journey. Fucking 11 years, man.
So saying Red Dress Press, isn't that in the new Zack Snyder animated thing? That guy is such a hack and should have get rammed through for Batman v Superman already. Martha, it hurts.
I agree.
Uh,
I agree.
Me, everybody, I will go. I'm
Okay.
working early tomorrow, so
I'm gonna have to cut out actually 2 because I've just been sitting here and my ass is getting numb.
yeah, it's already 2 a.m.
Play with him.
I just want to
Oh
finish.
my goodness.
Just let me finish the chat and we'll close. Raj saying, I can't think of a single movie I love because of Bruce Willis being in it. No, I mean, it should, but it doesn't kill me. It doesn't bother me, though.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that my problem needs to be everybody else's problem. Like, I acknowledge the problem is with me. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Soul saying, people say that Hudson Hawk is only fondly remembered, but wasn't that good. I rewatched it recently, and it's fine. And Richard E. Grant character is kind of like Marinus. Yep. Press
It
it.
can't be like a Big Trouble in Little China or something like that.
It's Zack Snyder. What do you expect? You can make something out of a Frank Miller script, but if you let him do whatever, you realize he's a one-trick pony and also pretty dumb.
Yeah, he's a visual stylist, is what he is. And if you have somebody like a Christopher Nolan hanging over his shoulder, then you get something like Man of Steel. But
I don't know. I love
just
fucking Man.
carte blanche.
The Levi versus the Batman versus Superman. I fucking love the extended edition. I thought the first one was a bit of a mess.
The first one is toilet water, right? But Batman versus Superman is toilet water. The extended cut, it doesn't save it. It doesn't save the movie, but it makes it less awful. And at least it's coherent. At least it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Like the pacing isn't all fucked up.
So saying, Brian, the first two Alien movies can't be repeated. They shouldn't even try. They do it for the cash, of course, but I can
That's
live
okay.
without Alien Rogue One edition. Hey, look, they did the thing.
What I want is fucking RoboCop versus Terminator. I still don't understand why they haven't made a movie out of that.
And Chris was saying,
Crossover series, the one by Walter Simonson and Frank Miller, is a fucking classic.
and Chris saying, hey, isn't Alex a Zoomer? I don't know. We try not to raise them like that.
I am, but I literally don't connect with the other kids. I'm like, what the fuck are you saying?
Look, every fucking
Give me
generation
what's
fucking
that?
the next one. You know, it's like Zoomers are fucked up, but every generation's fucked up in its own way.
Yeah.
Alex cares more about spoilers than Sim does. He have showed us half the book. So
I mean,
and
there's-
hashtag shipping
he-
Deacon later Logan.
Okay, I mean, with the spoiler stuff, yes, but also no. He does that, but there's also some surprises in his books. That's what he did with Natverse, the recent Natverse. It's like,
Like,
I'm
I've
like,
shown him-
really?
I've shown him
Like, he
that.
didn't.
Go
Like
ahead.
I didn't know the whole story until it was finally finished, and I was like, and he basically showed me the whole process. It's like, so I don't know what to tell you. There is a lot of things that some people won't find out until after.
I can show you a lot of stuff without showing you enough to connect everything.
Right, out of context. That's what's driving me crazy about these new pages I'm getting from Preston. It's like I want to send them to the backers, but then I'm like, it's the climax of
So
the
it's
entire series.
So issue 9's almost done now.
Oh, 9 has been done. He's finishing issue 10,
Mm.
and the reason why I'm doing them together is because he jumps around from a bunch of different projects, and so he sometimes makes continuity errors. So I'm going to make sure everything is finished. 9 and 10 are completely finished, so I can go through really, really carefully and make sure that there are no little mistakes or inconsistencies that might take the reader out of the story. Because that's like the one thing you have to be the most careful about when you're a writer, is to make sure. But also, I think as a sequential artist, you don't want any mistakes that suddenly pull people out of the story, right? Even a typo is a bad thing. It's all about casting a spell on the reader and just keeping them hypnotized.
There's one thing
Weird
that
stories.
before we close the stream, that one thing I've been thinking about lately is wondering if I've been working on Tales of Nadverse 2, the next Not the Merc book, and Blood Hunt 2, right? Alex is finishing up the colors on Blood Hunt 1, and then she's gonna start Blood Hunt 2. So right now I'm
Hopefully,
wondering,
much better than the first one.
Oh,
should my next project be Blood Hunt 2 in black and white, right? And then wait for the colors to be done and do Blood Hunt 2, right? Or should I just continue and do the final chapter of Tales of the Nadverse Blood Brothers 3, which is also almost halfway? pencil and ink, and then once that arc is done, go back to Blood Hunt.
Or you could do the Blood Hunt Doc Salem crossover.
I just started.
Which I wrote for you guys like 3 fucking years ago. Damn it.
Damn, the time those goes fast, dude.
It's all good. But
No,
yeah,
that time those goes by fast.
I gotta bitch about it, but understand there's no real hostility.
No. But dude, you have to remember that I remember me and Preston saying that we were gonna do it, but we had to do me and New Blood Hunt and him and New Doc Salem, and I don't think he's about to do a new Doc Salem.
I know. Yeah, he's blowing up right now. He's blowing up in a way that's completely fucking insane. And we're gonna do the Street Fighter comic, which, like I said, yeah, it's another public domain thing, but we're hoping that it's going to open some doors and get us noticed. But yeah, well, you know, and also he's working on Hell Knight, which I wrote for him, and Nine Devils, which I wrote for him. So yeah, and then Blood Moon Stomp is going to be is finished, and hopefully
Blood Moon Stomp?
That's the horror graphic novel that I wrote for Adam Lawson. It's like The Wrestler meets The Shining.
And he's gonna be joining it.
No, Maxi Diallo.
Oh, okay, no, but you said that was gonna be his last thing, so that's why I was like, what?
Yeah. So this is one of the covers. And Maxi, of course, did just a phenomenal. I've got pages like taped up all around the house. Yeah, just to keep my steam up.
So does make a good point there.
What's that?
Sorry. Goes Blood Hunt 2 in black and white seems a bit pretentious. The first one, black and white, was a financial choice, but making that for style reason is like putting rucola on a smash burger.
The fuck is rucola?
What he means is rugula.
Rugula.
It's like a lettuce thing, but that's not lettuce.
Okay.
Like spinach or something, I think. Or
Gotcha. Oh, I see. It's like radicchio or something like that. In other words, you're putting something really healthy on something.
On a burger. Yeah.
It's like ordering like the supersized like meal with like the
Diet Pepsi.
Yeah, the quadruple baconator with a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
It's just if you're gonna do right, just go all out. Why not?
Because that makes kind of a sense. Like maybe I should wait. Like do Blood Hunt 1 in color.
You can do that anytime too.
Yeah, because the Blood Hunt one was out for a long time.
Yeah, and that one was a one. The reason why I'm thinking about it is because that one was a one shot, right? So technically, it's a complete story. There's no like to be continued, right?
Yeah.
And we're now thinking about the fact that I might end Blood Hunt number 2 with a little of a to be continued type of thing, like a little like cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, do I want to keep going to from one to the other? Might as well fit. I'm thinking of maybe finish. I mean, I could do like the colored edition of Blood Hunt and then followed right away by the conclusion of the first arc of Not the Merc, then do Blood Hunt 2 in color.
I think that the market, the way it is right now, people really like done in ones.
Yeah.
We need to do more of those, I think. Now, of course, Blood Hunt, that's a franchise for you. Not the Merc, that's a franchise for you. I always think it's good. Like, for instance, I'm going to do more Six Gun Gorilla crap. I could write that shit for the rest
Dude,
of my life.
I want to do the Demona one. I want to bring back Wolf Dragon, which is the one that Logan's been waiting a lot because he has his name.
Yeah. That'd be badass, man. That'd be
I want to do my Skullbusters.
Yeah.
Which is technically like my Alien Legion X-Men type of thing.
Yes.
It's my team
Those
book.
characters are fucking cool. Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, it's also just fun. It's great watching everybody leveling up. It's great at watching people getting better. It's just I dig it. I digs it. Oh, and then Jason Orpheus is going to is just about finished. That's Octopus Cowboy guy, incredible artist. He's finishing a 15-page backup story. That's going to be in the new Six Gun Gorilla. That's going to be introducing the first character from the expanded Six Gun Gorilla universe.
And Ellie Soul has a nice little word, some nice little words for you.
What's
Yeah,
that?
He goes, beside when Ellie is coloring, who would have won the colored version? Bloodhunt is the Mr. Beast
Sure.
burger of French Canadian vampire comics. Hey, dude, it's one of the comments that I've got from a lot of people that have been into a lot of those RPG games, like all those type of fucking shit. That love vampire movies, horror, so that, and a lot of them came to me going, "Dude, Bloodhunt, it's one of the most refreshing, interesting vampire story I've fucking read."
Yes.
I'm like, what you pulled off there is very new and different and interesting. And I'm like, yeah, I know they fucking ripped me off for a video game. Did you see? I'm joking, but that's what. Like a year or two after I released the book. Yeah. Like the book came out in 2020, and in 2021 they advertised it. In 2022, I think it came out. It was a Bloodhunt video game about a bunch of fucking assassin vampires.
Oh, great!
But you know the fun part is I pointed them out that I had this, so that they changed their logo.
Yeah.
And now instead of just being Bloodhunt, it was Blood Hunt.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that's cool. So they actually changed the.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool because you have to understand too that parallel development is a thing.
Yeah.
You know,
but we also know that, dude. They look on Kickstarter and then they get inspiration sometimes. And
there's like something in the creative ether.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that sometimes more than one person reaches up and grabs it.
So everybody, we're gonna stop stretching this and start closing it because me and Ali needs to get back to work. Logan needs to go to sleep because he has work tomorrow.
Feel the rain on your skin.
Sadly, Beacon and Ace didn't join us tonight, so maybe next weekend. But we'll see you all next weekend. And let me go get that little video so we can close in style. So, goodbye, everyone.
Peace and love.
Bye.
From movies to games, we're here to stay. Get your fix of geeky gold. Stories untold, legends bold. It's the end of the week. Unwind and geek. Let loose the